I've been trying to come up with something to talk about now that we're back home. And you gotta excuse me, I've been sick for like a week. So what do you do when you get back home without a baby? Badly. So first of all, what you do is you don't talk to anybody. And then you have to talk to people. I'm really grateful for Facebook and YouTube at a time like this because I can just kind of say it to my phone and then everybody gets the message all at once. I've kind of been learning some things in this time. Learning that there's a lot of people out there who say that they support you and care for you, and they'll be there for you even if it's hard, even if it's not a happy time. And I don't know why it was surprising because I know these people already, but they really are, and they don't leave you alone, and they help you, and you shouldn't be left alone in a sad time completely. So I'm just really thankful that when people say they're going to do something, they do it. And that they don't leave you alone, and that we had somebody give us a bunch of gift cards. We had somebody buy us groceries when we first got back. And that was just really helpful. We had people that made us go to Bible study and made us go to church. And we actually just went back to church yesterday for the first time. So we didn't have to talk to too many people, and people said like the right thing when we did. So it's really nice, and I know everybody doesn't have that type of community around them, but we're really lucky that we do. So I'm really thankful about that. And then to deal with all this, it's like, well, what do I do now? And I don't remember what I said in my last video, if I just told the story or what. But I remember that I need to turn on. Okay, that's better. I remember I just know that I wanted to share how Brandon and I have both been handling it differently. At first we handled it the same way, and then now we handle it differently. So he's become very angry, and I don't know, kind of defeated a bit. And I have used this to just press into just hope of something better. And I don't know when that'll be or how it'll be, but that's just the two directions we've gone. And I don't think either way is better than the other or worse than the other. I honestly don't. I mean, I don't think his way is bad, but he can't get stuck there. I know that. I've also found that, like, listening to a lot of church songs or Christian songs that really reflect the way I'm feeling, because for the first week and a half, I'm a very musical person, and if you know me, you know that I'm a very musical person, and I couldn't sing. But by listening to the songs, I used that to talk to God, because I couldn't sing and I couldn't pray. And it wasn't so much that I was mad at God. I expected I would have been, but I wasn't. It was just that I was so disappointed and so hurt that I didn't know what to say, and I didn't know why it happened, and I won't know why it happened, and so I just didn't know what to say. So I just let the songs and the other people pray, and the people around us, our friends, I let them pray for me. And at first I felt bad about that, and then that's what the body of Christ is for, and that's what friends are for, is to be there for you and to be strong for you when you can't be. So if I was to give advice to someone who went through the same situation or a similar situation, I'd say, don't be ashamed that you can't talk to God, or even, I know a lot of times people are like, it's okay to be angry at God. Even if you're not angry at God, if you just can't talk to him, it's okay for other people to talk to him for you. And so, so that really helped. And I did journal, and I'm going to continue to, just so I remember things that are going on and thoughts that I'm having. And I think every one of these situations is just a little bit different. We have good friends that went through something similar. But even the issues that I struggled with and she struggled with, some of them are the same and some of them just aren't. I don't think there's going to ever be any situation that's 100% the same. So she suggested I journal, and so I am, and it's just helping me to remember things. And yeah, so it's kind of like, now what do we do? So Brandon doesn't want to do anything. Really, he's not up for anything right now, so he told me to make the decision. So I decided to have our book shown because it expires. Everything expires in January, and we have to have our home study redone and like our physicals and stuff like that. So I just said to have our book put back in. It's kind of difficult because I feel that there's always going to be a hole, and there's always going to be, I have a daughter, but I can't ever see her, and it wasn't my decision, and it was nothing I did. And I'm still grieving that. And then also, if we are paired with another mother at some point, the joy, wanting to feel joy for that child. And I think it's hard for people who aren't in this situation to be like, if we did get matched, to be like, oh, well, that's why God didn't let it work out with Ezra May, so that it could work out for this child. And I don't believe that is true. And I also believe that she can't be replaced. No place in her heart no place in my heart, nowhere. So the place that she is in my heart can't be replaced, and it can't be filled by another child. And so, I think that, I don't know why God let it happen, but I do know that when there is another child, that child won't be replacing her. God's created us in a way that allows us to have space for more than one. And it's like if you have one child and then have another child, or you have one child like my mom and then you have 7 children total. She loves us all, and Ezra May will have her own place, and the next child will have their own place, and learning how to balance joy and sorrow at the same time is something that I'm preparing myself for, because I do want there to be space. I don't want it to be so full of sorrow they don't have space for joy. So I'm trying to stay open to that possibility, and see how God fills that. I don't know when he will, and that's okay. But still trying to get to that place, and I think I'm getting there, where if there is another child that comes along, when there is another child that comes along, I can still allow myself to grieve for losing Ezra May, but also keep an open heart for the next child. So we are waiting. We are going to see if we can be matched again, go from there, and yeah, we're back in the waiting game. Not fun. Definitely wasn't my favorite the first time around, and so that's disappointing. But we're getting pretty good at it, so that's good. I guess you have to take it day by day, and yeah. So I think I'll probably try to do like once a week, try to do an update, because there's nothing really going on right now. But if anything comes up, you guys will be not the last to know. but not the first either. So have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and I'll talk to you after Thanksgiving.